Welcome back to my channel, Moon Girl Tarot. It's your girl, Chris Marie, back with another weekly astrological and tarot report for January 8th through the 14th. Now, this is a very exciting week. We have the new moon in Capricorn, so we have new influences and tangible results that are coming with this hard work. We have Mercury changing signs into Sagittarius that is going to help elevate this manifestation thinking. And we do have a square in Neptune that is blocking some of these dreams, especially from outward people. But let's go ahead and take a closer dive into your week this week. If you would like to get a personal reading to find out more about what's happening to you, please go to my website at moongirltarot.com. Let's get started. Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising. Let's go ahead and take a closer look into your week ahead, January 8th through January 14th. And to keep you updated, we have Mars into Capricorn, and this is going to be like a lucky break that we're going to see, especially from the new moon in Capricorn around January 11th and 12th, depending where you are. Now, you are a mutable sign, okay? That means this energy is very fluid. Take advantage of this because Mercury is going to be in Sagittarius. Now, this is a mutable energy, home of Gemini as well. Now, square Neptune in Pisces, also mutable energy. So there is going to be a little bit of a block, and we'll dive deeper and see a little bit more. And we'll also do an extra card pull because we're going to have the new moon in Capricorn. And this is all about manifestations, bringing things into reality. And Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising, your new moon is going to be in the 8th house. Now, this is going to be like a spiritual death. This is going to be a spiritual rebirth. This is also going to be an income resources of other people's money, okay? So you are going to be in charge into this. So we'll dive deeper. Make sure that you stay to the end of the video to see more what is coming through. Okay, so let's find out what is the overall theme, okay? What's the overall theme? And if you would like to get a personal session with me or a psychic reading, you can go to my website, moongirltarot.com. I service locally in Pueblo West, Colorado, and worldwide online. Okay. All right, Gemini Sun, and Gemini Rising. Let's get your overall theme for this week. And the overall theme that we have is the High Priestess. So this says right here, you have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. So when it comes to this week, Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising, this really comes to me as your intuition, okay? Having your intuition guiding you and really kind of meditating in this energy. So this is the overall theme of trusting your intuition, knowing that things are going to further develop, okay? Further develop is a big thing. So let's go a little bit further and see what is going to develop, and especially so for your earth sector, for your work and for your finance, things that are coming through, money, especially because we have the new moon in Capricorn, which is an earth sign. Let's take a look and see what's coming up. So we have the Sun card reverse. When this comes up in work, money, kind of energy, public, as well as private sector, this represents a little bit of unbalance. So Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising, at work, you're dealing with people who are not so happy. Maybe you're not able to express yourself. Maybe there's something going on in a situation where you're really not getting along, okay, with the energy. And it's a little bit of tough, okay? It really feels like self-expression. It really feels like it's, just some like hard times going in with your workship, okay? And of course, we'll go a little bit further because of the new moon and see, what is trying to manifest out of this, okay? So when it comes to work and when it comes to money, it's a little bit on the low key here energy. It means it's not taking away, it's not adding to it. But of course, Gemini, you want to add to it. But there's something here that you're showcasing, but you're not really not. So we'll go back into this a little bit further and find out what the Capricorn new moon can kind of bring this out here for you. Now, moving on to your air, your communication with yourself and to others. All right. And you are an air sign. So let's take a look and see, what's coming through as communication that you need to know this week? Okay, so we have the Four of Cups that comes on out, and this definitely represents information of apology, of regret, okay? And it could even be with yourself. You know, this is something that's coming through, Gemini, that you want more of, that you're like, I don't, you know, you're not too sure of. And maybe there was a second chance offered. Maybe they're offering it to you right now, and maybe you're a little weary of it, okay? Goes back to maybe work. It feels really important when it comes to expressing yourself and expressing yourself outward, because, you know, she's sitting out here in public. She's outside. So the things that you enjoy, the work that you do is not necessarily coming enjoyable. And when in communications, it's really communications with yourself, okay? So communications with others is really just kind of keeping to yourself. And that's good, right? Anytime that you're unsure of your energy, you always want to keep your energy together versus like, you know, responding wherever you go. So, you know, nonetheless, be very gentle with yourself when it comes to what you're communicating to yourself, Gemini, because you're really being hard emotionally is what I'm seeing, okay? Now, Gemini, when it comes to your emotions, even more so, okay, let's dive a little bit deeper. When it comes to your water sector, when it comes to your spiritual self, let's look a little bit deeper into that and find out, especially through the midweek, we have the Queen of Wands. So this is really good. So midweek, I really see you kind of reestablishing more motivation, okay? So there's a shift. There's a big shift here in the week, and I really think it's going to be because of the new moon in Capricorn and Mars in Capricorn. There's going to be something that is a lucky break that's going to be happening around Wednesday, Thursday. Definitely come back, but it's going to reaffirm your energy. Okay, let's take a look at your fire sector. Let's your love, your passions, you know, your relationships to yourself and, of course, to others. Let's look into this. So we have another 4, and I'm seeing this as an angel number, like the High Priestess. This is all about your spiritual self. This is about trusting your intuition. This is all about how the week is going to further develop. With the 4 of Pentacles, when it comes to, you know, your partners, your emotional self, you know, even if you're single or if you're a couple, Gemini, Sun, or Rising, you're keeping things to yourself, okay? There's some energy here that you're wanting to see change from your partner, but even yourself, you're not really offering it too much, are you, Gemini? But that's okay. Let's look a little bit further into the Earth sector, which is going to be really highlighted this week with changes in direction as well as manifestations. Okay, let's go ahead and see what else might be coming through for the new moon. What are you trying to manifest? What are you trying to influence as a tangible reward? Okay, so Gemini, Sun and Rising, what you're trying to manifest through this new moon is really with trying to overcome, right? With relationships with other people, okay? And even when it comes to the new moon, Gemini, you're going to be in the 8th house. The 8th house deals with, you know, death. It deals with taxes. It deals with things that are intimacy. It deals with other people's resources and money. And even when it comes to 7, that's a lot of Libra. That's a lot of Venus. It's relationships. So there is something that's going to be coming out of this, right? You're going to be on top of this. Going a little bit further, and thank you for staying at the end of this video, let's look at your overall theme for this Capricorn new moon and see how all of this is going to play out for you this week. Okay, so we do have inner wisdom. So you know what you want to do, trust your inner wisdom, and take appropriate action without delay. Now, here is the thing. You are going to have that energy. You're going to have that option to change. Okay, you are going to be able to shift that energy and change it either with delay or not. You know, you always want to make responsible choices, especially when it comes to Capricorn and Mars. It is a responsible choice. So nonetheless, this midweek, when you're presented with something that helps put your motivation forward, and even if you're blocked, right, you're going to have that square to Neptune in Pisces. So Gemini, I see it's going to be with your relationship. Maybe your partner is not 100% on board. Maybe your friends are not 100% on board here with you, but nonetheless, you're going to trust yourself. You're going to trust your intuition and trust that energy. You know, it's a lot of that 8th house energy, which is the unknown, right? Which is really deep within your side, your soul, that's really going to play out within the next 2 weeks. So come back then. I'll see you next week for our next weekly psychic reading and astrological report.